Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm showing you my quick and easy makeup routine. This is more so for spring, summer, for those days where you don't want to wear a ton of makeup, but you want your skin to look healthy and you want your makeup to look effortless and you don't want it to take too long. This is what I've been gravitating to. I've seen a lot of similar kind of pictures on Pinterest and I've just been so inspired. But before I show you how to achieve this look, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me so much, but yeah, let's get right into it. So when I'm doing my makeup for every day, I always start with my base. I usually keep my eyes pretty light, so unless I'm doing something a little out of the ordinary on my eyes, base is always the first step for me. And today I'm starting with the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter in the shade 2. I've been really loving this primer, I guess you could call it. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless filter, except I feel like it's a little bit more refined. It feels a little bit more luxury and I like the finish a bit better. It looks like a true glow. It makes your skin look juicy. It doesn't look glittery on the skin. It just gives such a beautiful, healthy finish. I've been enjoying this product so much, and I think for spring and summer, this is gonna be beautiful when you want your skin to look fresh and glowy. I could definitely go one shade lighter in this Dior filter, but it's okay, I can make it work. Next up, I'm going in with the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. I'm using the shade 2. I really love this skin tint for a few reasons. I think it has a gorgeous finish. It is very juicy and dewy, but it doesn't look oily or greasy. It also, for a dewy product, wears quite long on the skin, which is really nice, especially in the spring and summertime when there's a little bit of heat going on and you want your base to last all day, but you don't want it to look heavy. This is the perfect skin tint. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but both of those products are actually very slightly too dark for me, but I think to counteract that, I'm gonna go in with this very fair concealer. This is the Say Slip Tint Concealer in the shade 1, and this concealer is really growing on me. I've been testing it out for the last few weeks or so, and this concealer is beautiful. In my opinion, so much better than their last concealer. I have been reaching for this one day after day. This is really good for spot correcting and also under the eyes. It's just good all over the face. It's enough coverage, but it also is not heavy and it doesn't crease very much either. It's just overall a really great concealer. And you guys know me, I'm a sucker for clean beauty. Okay, so that concealer made a difference. I kind of think of it as reverse contouring, but now let's move into real contouring. So this cream contour is from Juvia's Place, and I use the shade Buttercream. I think this is a beautiful shade for me. It's just so perfect. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. This cream bronzer actually has little tiny flecks of pearl throughout the product, not so that it's super glittery or anything like that. It's just luminous, juicy, dewy in all the right ways, and it blends out really nice. It's super creamy, and you can just pick these up at Ulta. I think this is a beautiful cream bronzer for spring. And as always, I'm blending that out with my Refi dual-ended brush. So moving on to blush, I actually think this is one of the most underrated blushes ever. I love this blush. This is from Wander Beauty. This is their On The Glow Blush and Illuminator in the shade Sienna Sunset. This blush is gorgeous. It blends so easily and the color is beautiful. Melts right into the skin. The finish is dewy, but again, not greasy looking. I just love this. This looks really beautiful when you're not wearing any makeup at all and you just want a little pinch of blush, but this also looks really beautiful with a soft glam makeup. It's just so user-friendly. I'm just focusing this on the apples of my cheeks, but also don't forget to blend a little bit on the bridge of your nose for that sun-kissed look. Do you see what I mean? It just looks so natural and just the perfect finish. It's also really hard to over apply. You can build this up if you want a little bit more, but if you want a just soft and natural look, it's so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna let these creams marinate on the face. So before we move on, I'm going to set my face with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, my big giant one. I just love this stuff so much. All right, so while that sits, we're gonna move on to eyes. I did blend a little bit of that concealer on my lid, so it's gonna kind of act like an eyeshadow primer. I wanna keep the eyes so simple today. I really want this makeup to be very quick, easy, effortless, and timeless, so the eyes we're really gonna dial back. I always find the easiest and quickest way to do my eyeshadow is just to pop a little bit of bronzer in my crease, and so I'm going in with my NARS Laguna 00 bronzing powder. This is just my normal bronzing powder, and I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and apply a little bit of this in my crease. I'm not gonna blend it out and up too much. I really just wanna stick to my natural facial structure. If you're really in a rush, you could take your bronzer brush, dip it in your powder bronzer, tap off the excess, and then you could just take it in your eye socket and just do a really quick brush like this. This is not going to give you obviously a very defined crease or anything, but this does the job and very quickly. And then after that, I always like to sweep a little bit of this bronzer on my lower lash line as well. So now to bring a little bit of glow to the eyes, I'm going in with the Armani Eye Tint in the shade 12S. I believe this is the shade Shell. And I just go in right with the applicator. This applicator is great, super precise, and I just apply a little bit of this product on the center of my lid, and then I tap it out with my fingers. This does not take any time at all, and it just gives the eyes such a beautiful little hint of glow. It's just a really nice detail when you're not wearing a ton of makeup on the eyes. Super quick, super easy, but so beautiful. Got a little something something going on the eyes. I don't really want to add any heavy liner, but I am going to line my tight line because I do find this makes a really big difference actually. I've never used this before, but this is from Essence. This is their Stay in Play Gel Eyeliner. Apparently it's supposed to be waterproof and long lasting, so we will see about that. So this is a dark brown. It's in the shade But First Espresso. And I like to use the dark brown in the lash line because it's a little bit less harsh than black. I do this when I'm not wearing a ton of makeup on the eyes, but I still want to do a little something to bring emphasis to the eyes. And also it just darkens the lash line, obviously, so it'll give you the illusion of longer and fuller lashes. It seems like it wouldn't make a big difference, but trust me, it does. I don't know if you see the difference, but I see the difference. This eye has that tight line and this eye doesn't. It just gives such a subtle effect and it really pulls the eyes together. I'm also gonna line my waterline. This is the Swede Bright Satin Kohl eyeliner. This is my favorite liner for brightening the waterline. I also find this makes a huge difference. It really makes the eyes look more awake and makes them look bigger. So this is a really good tip for my fellow ladies with smaller eyes. For looks like these, I don't use a super volumizing mascara. I'm just gonna go in with my favorite. This is the Lancome Lash Idole Mascara. This has been my favorite for a minute now. I've used it in quite a few videos. I just think this is so beautiful and such an easy mascara to use. It never clumps on me and it makes my lashes look long and fluttery, and I actually like that it doesn't give me a ton of volume because usually mascaras that give a ton of volume have a little bit of clumping. It just kind of comes with the territory. All right, so that's pretty much it for eyes. I think before I go in with powder, I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid glow to the skin. This is new from ColourPop. This is their Liquid Light Glow Drops, and this is in the shade Sun O'Clock. I have not tried these before, but I did swatch them on the back of my hand and they look really pretty, so I want to try them on the face. This dropper is a little intimidating, so I'm just going to drop a little bit on the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't go in directly onto my face. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and then go right on top of my cheekbone here. That actually blended so nicely. Very easily, it just melted right into the skin. And it gives a very natural glow. It's not glittery at all. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit, but this looks gorgeous. I'm actually very surprised. I like this. Usually I'm so picky about highlighters, especially liquid highlighters, but this is so beautiful and it's very affordable. I'm gonna actually put a little bit of this in the inner corner of my eye just for that finishing touch. Okay, so now creams are officially done. I'm gonna go in very sparingly with powder. I don't think I've used this on my channel yet. This is the Pat McGrath Baby Pink Under Eye Powder, and I used this on a live stream, and this is so beautiful. By the way, if you ever wanna join me for my live streams, I teach masterclasses basically every week. I go over tons of makeup techniques. It's free to join, so come join. But anyways, I basically just want to pop this underneath my eyes for a little bit of brightness. So I'm going in with the Tennille Jai Conceal and Brighten brush. This is one of my favorites for under eyes. And I'm just pressing that right underneath my eyes. And for everywhere else, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Translucent Pressed Setting Powder. This is their new Pressed Ultra Blur version, and I've actually been really liking this powder as well. I'm gonna press that into my smile lines, around my mouth, and a little bit on my forehead. These are areas where I just tend to get a little bit oily. I feel like the cheeks need a little bit more. I think I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This is the Leopard palette. I love this peachy shade right here. I think it's so pretty, especially for spring, summer makeup. Oh, it's so gorgeous. These powders are so finely milled and give the most beautiful ethereal glow to the skin. Now I think there's a little too much blush, so I'm gonna go in with the clean powder brush and just tap over that. Let's meet in the middle. Okay, that's a little more chill. Let's move on to the lips. I already have a little bit of lip liner on, but I'm just gonna go over it again. I'm wearing MAC Whirl. Duh, this is my favorite lip liner. I love it so much. So I'm going in with a pink gloss, but first I kind of want to neutralize my lips a little bit. So I'm going in with MAC Myth, just pressing that right in the center of my lips. So for gloss, I'm going in with a newer product. This is the Armani Prismaglass Gloss in the shade 2. This is a beautiful candy pink. It's not super pigmented on the lips though. It's a little bit more sheer. Let me just show you. You see what I mean? It's pink, but it's not too pink. You get a bit of pigment, but it's not too overpowering for a gloss, which I like. It's also not sticky on the lips. I have quite a bit on my lips. I really layered it up. But it's not sticky. It's very light feeling on the lips actually. And now I'm gonna go in with a final spritz of my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And that is it for my quick and easy everyday makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.